Are you still living with your parents? Are hotel rooms too expensive? I'm sure these were two questions the co-founder and CEO of one of the most prosperous businesses in the sharing economy, Airbnb, Brian Chesky, asked himself. Born in Niskayuna, New York, in 1981, Brian grew up in a middle-class household with his younger sister. He earned an industrial design degree from the Rhode Island School of Design in 2004 and subsequently relocated to San Francisco to further his work. Okay, but how did he come up with Airbnb? Well, it all started when Chesky and his housemate Joe Gebbia were having trouble making ends meet in 2007. They came up with the concept for Airbnb. They would hire out air mattresses in their living room to conference goers who couldn't find hotels, which was a straightforward yet groundbreaking concept. When the idea gained traction, Chesky and Gebbia quickly extended Airbnb to include additional people's extra rooms and complete homes.
And so Joe had 3 airbeds. He had gone camping and he had kept some airbeds. And we pulled the airbeds out of the closet. We inflated the airbeds and we called it the Air Bed and Breakfast. And that's where the name comes from, airbedandbreakfast.com.
With 10 seconds on the clock, which of these facts do you think is correct? And the answer is number 3. Chesky is a fan of science fiction and has cited the genre as a source of inspiration for his work at Airbnb. Did you guess correctly? Chesky and Gebbia stumbled across a great idea, but where did it really take off? Investors and regulators were initially skeptical, but Chesky persevered in his goal of using house sharing to build a worldwide network of confidence and belonging. He concentrated on creating a sense of community that unites people from various racial and cultural origins. Now, Airbnb has grown to be a billion-dollar business and a ubiquitous brand under Chesky's direction, upending the hospitality sector.
Most people are just afraid to ask people for help. And so we, Joe, Nate, and I were shameless about asking people for feedback, whether it was just our investors or meeting famous entrepreneurs like Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos, who ended up becoming an investor, or Warren Buffett. You seek out people, and most people are really nice and they'll help you if they can.
Chesky is regarded as a pioneer in the sharing economy and an innovative businessman. He has won numerous honors for his work, including Time's list of the 100 most important individuals in the world. To quote the beloved Uncle Ben, "With great power comes great responsibility." Surely Chesky has upheld these wise words, right? He is dedicated to making a difference in society. He has joined the Giving Pledge, a vow by the world's richest people to contribute the majority of their fortunes to solve society's most urgent issues, and has promised to donate his wealth to charity.
So we announced that Airbnb, in partnership with our host in Airbnb.org, would house 100,000 Ukraine refugees. To date, we've housed over 20,000 refugees, and we're just getting started. People in our own community, on their own volition, started booking Airbnbs in Ukraine with hosts they never intended to stay with, just to give them relief aid. And over the course of a few weeks, I believe more than $20 million were sent to Ukraine. We didn't take any commission.
Let the countdown start now. Bet you didn't guess there would be 2 answers. Chesky has made several large charitable donations, including $25 million to support affordable housing in San Francisco. He is also a member of the board of directors for the Walt Disney Company. Isn't there a cost to being such a nice guy? How does he do it every day? Great question, and honestly it all stems from leading a healthful lifestyle and having a strict work attitude. He awakens around 5:30 in the morning and begins his day with some exercise and meditation. To make sure he is ready for the day ahead, he then takes some time to examine his schedule and check his emails. Chesky, the president of Airbnb, spends the majority of his day in meetings and managing the business. He is a firm believer in the worth of a strong team and works closely with his staff to make sure everyone is in sync with the objectives and guiding principles of the business. At the end of the day, a few intrinsic natures reside in Chesky's overall being. He places a high value on continuing his education and searching out new opportunities. He likes to study literature and go to conferences and events to learn new things. He also places a lot of stress on aesthetics and design, which is clear from the user-friendly Airbnb platform layout. Some of the features and encounters on Airbnb have been influenced by Chesky's personal love of travel and discovering new countries. He has made sizable contributions to a number of causes, such as catastrophe assistance and education, as a philanthropist as well. Chesky is also an advocate for environmental sustainability.
It's just so crazy because the scope of things I've had to learn how to do are astounding. We've had, over the summer, almost 1 million people living in a home every night. How do you keep 1 million people safe every night that are staying in strangers' homes, often from different countries, where sometimes the countries never even live together, like these different cultures? So the bigger lesson is that never stops. That it certainly happened for me starting the company, but then it was always the next thing, and now I have new things. And so it never stops. And so I think the biggest thing I've had to learn how to do is learn. And learning means going to the source.
Ultimately, Chesky's perseverance, concentration, and openness to new ideas are what have made him successful. He has become one of the most prosperous business people of his age thanks to his strict routine and dedication to greatness. The final fact. I think it might be number 5. And time. The answer is number 3. Chesky has a net worth of over $10 billion, according to Forbes. If you're looking for motivation, Brian Chesky's tale is a wonderful illustration of how a straightforward concept combined with a lot of effort can result in success far beyond your wildest expectations. His tale demonstrates that anyone can become a prosperous entrepreneur and have a good influence on the world with hard work and a readiness to take calculated risks. Thank you for watching. We appreciate any feedback and are open to suggestions of entrepreneurs you may want to see in the future. And please support others with kindness and encouragement as you would like to prosper from achieving your own purpose, goals, and ambitions. Have a beautiful day.